What are you at, ladies and gentlemen? In this video I'm going to be giving you every overpowered secret, weapon, item, and exploit that I know of in Dying Light 2. Now let's start off with the most overpowered weapon in Dying Light 2, the Doom Gun. Now how to get the Doom Gun is a whole video in itself. There's lots of guides here on YouTube to show you how to get to the Doom Gun, but once you get to that mission, it's pretty simple. You just want to have no items in your accessory slots, go into the mission, and then quit out of the game right away. And then once you reload the game, you'll notice you have the Doom Gun in your inventory. Now to make this even more overpowered, we're going to duplicate the Doom Gun. Of course, this is the crossbow that we're duplicating here, but the process is the same. The Doom Gun has a limited amount of shots, but by duplicating it, we pretty much make it unlimited. So as far as I know, you can do this with any item in the game. As long as you can drop the item, you can duplicate it. All you need is another player to do this with, and then you just drop the item that you want to duplicate, and then you both try to pick it up at the same time. So me and my friend, we just count to 3, and then on 3, we both pick up the item. Sometimes it'll take you a couple of tries, but as long as you get the timing right, you'll be able to duplicate the item. Now another duplication glitch that you can take advantage of is the one where you can duplicate stacked items. This only works for stacked items, and like the med kits that I'm duplicating here. But the basics of it is you need a full stack of an item and then a partial stack of that same item. And then you're just going to move the partial stack into your stash and then move it back from your stash into your inventory. I have a more in-depth video on both of these duplication exploits, and I will link that at the end of this video. Now with the first duplication glitch, you're going to want to be duplicating some very powerful weapons. So the best place that I found to get max level weapons is here in the sunken part of the city. Early on in the game, this place is underwater, but don't worry, you can actually swim down and get the chests from this area. And then later on in the game, you can drain the area. It makes the area more difficult because now there's powerful enemies in the area, but it is definitely something that you want to do because there are more exploits in this area that you can take advantage of. And it actually makes it easier to farm the loot once you get the chests unlocked. Now let's make these weapons even more overpowered by adding very powerful mods to them. Some of the best mods that I like to use is the Spark mod and the Avalanche mod, because they both do quite a bit of damage, but they also stun lock your enemy as well. Because of this, these are some of the most overpowered mods in the game. While we're on the topic of weapons, make sure that you unlock the Korak weapon charm. This is later on in the game. This is another one that's a full video onto itself. There are a lot of people that have done videos on the Korak charm, but this is definitely something that you're going to want to get. All you need to do is put this on your weapon and it fully repairs the durability of your weapon. So when you got a really good weapon that you want to hold on to, the Korak charm is a must-have. Now the bow is a powerful weapon in itself, but to make it super overpowered, all you need to do is use shock arrows. Similar to the Spark mod, for your melee weapons, will stun lock your enemies, and it actually will stun lock a group, so you can just hit one enemy and it'll actually spread to the rest of the enemies that's in the area. Now back to that sunken area. Another reason why you want to drain this area towards the end of the game is that you can farm a lot of money in this area. These type of zombies right here that you will find in this area, if you hit them, they drop crystals. So if you use your grappling hook on them over and over and over again, they will keep dropping the crystals. So this is a good way to make infinite money in Dying Light 2. Now while we're on the topic of the grappling hook, this is a very useful tool. This makes it so easy to just scale the side of a building. All you need to do is just keep double tapping that grappling hook and you'll go up the side of the building no problem. Another way that the grappling hook is very useful, there are a couple different types of zombies that will run at you and explode and do massive amounts of damage. But with the grappling hook, you just need to grapple them, they get knocked to the ground, and then they'll explode a safe distance away from you. Extremely useful in the sunken part of the city. Now to finish up the video, let's talk about XP farms. There are a couple overpowered methods to get tons of XP in this game, and both of the ones that I'm going to show you involve farming the nighttime chases. So number one, getting combat XP. You can use the Doom Gun on these chases to get insane amounts of XP. You kill things in one shot. I usually stay close to a safe area where there's a UV light so I can run back there if I get in trouble. But using the Doom Gun, you almost don't even need the safe area. If you don't want to use the Doom exploit, you can also use the shock arrows with your bow. That's a very effective way of doing it. And also with the melee weapons, if you have the shock mod and the avalanche mod, that can be a very effective way to farm the nighttime chases as well. Now there's also parkour XP, and you can use the chase to farm parkour XP as well. I like to do it in this area right here, and I just wall run this area right here, back and forth this gap that's just outside of the safe area. and then once I get up to chase level 3, when the volatiles come out, I just head back into the safe area, and then I jump back and forth in this area right here, and the chase will continue on, and you'll get a crazy amount of XP. Alright everyone, that is absolutely everything overpowered that I know of in Dying Light 2. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments if there's anything that I missed. Thank you all for watching, and as always, stay where you're at, and I'll come where you're to. Later everyone.